Hello, my Pyrus penguins. That reminds me, we need a penguin Bakugan. That would be really cool. But anyways, this is Zeonic Blader, and welcome to another unboxing. This time we're going to be unboxing the new Bakugan Battle Planet Wave 3 Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra. But yes, this is one of the Bakugan that I've been pretty excited for, because this is a Pyrus Bakugan with two Shield Bakukors. And Shield Bakukors, having a deck filled with Shield Bakukors has been one of the hot topics these days, along with Green Fist decks as well. But anyways, let's pop this guy open. Get it? Because he's a Bakugan. Alright, here is everything that you get out of the box. Now, of course, you get the Bakugan Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra. You get two Bakukors, both being shields. You get the how to play the toy battling game and the checklist and how to put this Bakugan into its ball form. But I've already unboxed a Aqua Cyndeous Ultra, so I should be fine with putting this guy back into its ball form. But anyways, let's take a look at the Bakukors. First things first, now we get two Shield Bakukors, and they're both, unfortunately, they're both plus 50 beat power and plus 1 damage, which is probably the worst Shield Bakukor, or probably the worst, there's worse Bakukors, but it's probably the worst Shield Bakukor that you can get. Yeah, I don't know, don't use these, just like, I don't even have to explain it, there's much better options. If you're running a Pyrus, if you're running a deck that has certain elements, then you should get a look out for these Bakukors. They give you they boost your Bakugan's B power. However, they don't they discriminate in the sense that you have to be a specific attribute. So if you're running like a mono Aquas or a mono Darkus or a mono Pyrus Bakugan team, then you just run all of these. Each of them will get plus 400, which is like almost magic shield level kind of boosting. And if your opponent does not have either one of these attributes that are listed on the Bakukor, then you can put all of these in front of them. So even if they land on a Bakukor, they're not going to get any of the benefits of it because they're not Pyrus or Darkus, which is a pretty solid strategy in my opinion. But anyways, let's take a look at the ability card and the character card. Now, because this is the American version and not the international version, we only get one of each, which is a bummer depending on how good the ability card is. Now we get Cyndeous Ultra. Now this is actually a pretty solid Bakugan. It has the base 200 as well as the 600 the 6 damage, but it is a dual shield. Now, shield decks are really popular, and they're probably the most beginner-friendly decks that you can get, because you have a bunch of Bakugan that benefit from landing on shields, and if all your Bakukors are shields, then you're solid. Now, this one has a similar effect to Darkus Nilius. However, you just get a plus 200 boost. However, that does make this guy into a 406, which is like, it is decent, like in regards to how much B power you have. It's above average in regards to Pyrus, but then you also end up with having Aurelius level stats, because it ends up being 10 points. You know, 4 for the 400 B power and 6 for the 6 damage. So if you land a shot with this guy, you're doing 6 damage, which is really good. Now, this is part of the Battle Brawlers set, so this isn't part of the Bakugan Revolution. But anyways, let's take a look at the character card, not the character card, but the ability card, and it is Meltdown. Okay, I've actually never seen this one. This is part of Bakugan, it is part of the Battle Brawler set, but Meltdown, it's for 3 energy, and destroy an energy card. This is actually really good, and I prefer this to the other one. I think it was the one that came with but whatever. This is actually 3 energy is a bit higher than normal that I'd like to spend, but if you are focusing on a deck that destroys the energy of your opponent, then this is actually a solid offensive cards have in that deck. So this is actually not bad. So you get a solid Bakugan and a solid ability card. So that's actually a really good start. That kind of offsets the poor Bakugan shields that you get anyways. But anyways, let's take a look at the knight himself, the Fire Knight, Pyrus Paladin. Anyways, let's take a look at him. Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra. Now this is one of the this was the Bakugan that I was a lot more excited about than Dragonoid Ultra. Of course, I mean, like, it's the Knight. This one, Aqua Cyndeous and Dark Cyndeous are the ones that I'm really into. Also, actually, maybe Chaos would be really cool with this guy. But anyways, yeah, so you get your action poses, you get the little flick thing over here. The head moves a bit, up and down. You get the legs that move. Yeah, these are the legs. I don't know what this is. It's just a back leg or something. Get the shield. But yeah, and as with the other Cyndeous Ultras, it has its B power listed behind the sword, or the arm that's carrying the sword. Now, as for the colors, I really like the red of this Bakugan. I'd like to see Bakugan that are like red and green, like a bit more green would be a lot more cooler. I know it's the sword and the eyes are green right now. At least I think the eyes are green. Yeah, the eyes are green, and then now the bottom over here is green as well. But a little bit more green would be cool, like on the shield or something. That would make it pop out a bit more. But yeah, I actually kind of prefer the Aquas Cyndeous Ultra in terms of the color look, but this one is also really cool as well. Alright, here is Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra in its ball form. Now, last time I said that Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra was one of the more smoother Bakugan Ultras, which is a mistake on my part. I apologize. Actually, the best Bakugan Ultra in regards to it being in its ball form is Hydrus Ultra, because it's like, it has none of these protruding parts over here. Now, Cyndeous Ultra isn't as bad as, say, like Fangzor or Dragonoid Ultra. However, it still has small protruding parts. But anyways, like with all Cyndeous Ultras, the Baku core is picked up via the shield. And now, it's kind of funny that the shield Baku core, shield, yeah, you get it. But anyways, let's test this guy out in regards to rolling and how it picks up the Baku cores. Alright, so there were a couple instances of it grabbing onto a Baku core and not opening up, but that's just probably the way I closed it or the way I rolled it. But yeah, it does pick up the Baku cores, and it does hold on to them really tightly. I just noticed now that it actually is, there is quite a bit of a learning curve when it comes to rolling this Bakugan because of the protrusions. Let me show you how it looks like back into its ball form. As you can see, the protrusions are on different sides of the Bakugan. And now that's actually a problem when rolling this Bakugan. If you look at Fangzor Ultra, Garganoid Ultra, Serpentives, they do have protrusions, however they are on one side, meaning that you can just roll them in one direction and they'll be okay for the most part as long as you don't angle them. However, the problem with this Bakugan is that since there are so many different angles at which the protrusions are at, there's even more risk of having an issue when rolling because of how many different angles these protrusions are in. So you have to be super, super careful when rolling this guy, otherwise you're just going to end up changing the direction of your roll and not picking up a Baku core, or landing on a Baku core that you really did not want to land on. But Anyways, let's get on to the conclusion. So, at the end of the day, the most important question is, do you want to buy this Bakugan? Now, looks-wise, Cyndeous Ultra is cool. And as a toy, yeah, it's, I mean, pretty cool as a toy Bakugan. It's also one of the main Bakugan. I mean, not like it's like the main character has this Bakugan, so at least when it comes to that, if you have a kid that really likes the show, then this would be a good present for them because it's from the show. The Bakugans you get aren't that good, like they're really bad, but you can just get Bakugans from another set, and you're probably not going to buy this Bakugan just because of the Bakugans that come in it. Where it fixes its problem with the Bakugans is in its stat line and the ability card it comes with. The ability card is actually pretty good. It works really well in decks that deal with destroying energy, and Pyrus does have a subclass of Bakugan that do have a playstyle in which they destroy energy, like Pyrus Cyndeous Ultra, which is, I think that's a part of the one of the starter decks. So if you got one of the starter decks, this is a good card to have with it to kind of add on to its destroying effect of energy cards. Now, its stat line of 206, the 200 isn't that good. I say that with Dragonoid as well, the Dragonoid core with 200. I wouldn't run 200, even if the evolution is pretty good, just because it's so low. However, because this Bakugan is a double shield core holding Bakugan, this fits this guy within the realm of being a part of a shield deck. And because there's going to be so many shields in a shield deck, because this guy's effect is plus 200 when it lands on a shield Bakugan, you're pretty much having a Aurelius level kind of Bakugan with 400 B power and 6, which is pretty good. If you plan your Bakugans right, hopefully you're landing on a plus 400 like this. So you end up with like 806, which is really, really good. And then you add up all the boosting effects that come with Pyrus Bakugan and whatever Bakugan ability cards you have in your deck. That makes this guy an actual solid contender to have in any team. The only thing holding it back is the fact that it doesn't have an evolution yet. Now that's going to come out in the next set. So do you want to buy this Bakugan before the set comes out or after that set comes out? That's up to you. I still recommend picking this guy up because it is a Pyrus Bakugan with 2 shield Bakugans, and that would add a lot more customization to your shield deck, because then you're adding also the. I don't think there are any Pyrus Bakugan with 2 shield cores in their lineup. So this is the first guy, and if you want to hold a shield deck and you also want to have a Pyrus deck, and then this is your man over here. So yeah, if your wants fall into that criteria, you wanting a shield deck Bakugan that is Pyrus, then yes, pick this guy up. If that is not what you want right now, then wait for the evolution to be released, and then, decide from there if the stats of the evolution warrant picking this guy up. So anyways, this has been Zeonic Blader, and if you like this video, leave a like, or you don't have to. I mean, like, you have your own free will, but if you like to, just leave a like. And if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be updated whenever I upload a video, because I upload every single day and I haven't missed a day since December, hit the bell icon, because then you'll be notified when I do upload. And I upload every day at 3 p.m. So, but sometimes I upload 2 times a day or 3 times a day. So you better hit that bell icon, then you'll know for sure when I upload. But anyways, this has been Zeonic Blader, and I will catch you on the flip side. Whew.